Hello, my name is Nicole Brown, and I want to thank you for coming today and investing in your future. I know there are so many things that you could be doing today, but you chose to spend your day with me and improve your future, and I want to thank you for that. I appreciate that. First, I want to go ahead and tell you a little bit more about me, and then I want to go into how you can eat your elephant one bite at a time. That's right, you can eat your elephant one bite at a time. First of all, I was born and raised in Southeast Alaska. It's a little town called Ketchikan. Has anyone ever heard of it? Okay, I see a couple hands out there, great. Born and raised in Ketchikan, Alaska. I moved to Idaho at the age of 19 to go to Northwest Nazarene University. Also at the age of 19, I started my own business. At Northwest Nazarene University, I studied business and communication. I graduated in class of 2000 with my degree, and then I met my husband, Caleb, and we moved to Kansas where he could further his education at Mid-America Nazarene University. So now you know how I moved from Alaska to Idaho, now to Kansas, okay? And we live in Olathe, Kansas, and we love it there. I recently heard a story that maybe some of you could relate to. After being in the air for nearly 3 hours, a Boeing 747 pilot came over the intercom and said, "Everything's good here from the cockpit since we have been in air. We have had no radio signal, no navigation, no communication from land for the past 3 hours, but it looks like we'll be arriving on time." Sometimes we run our lives the same way, with no navigation, no plan of action on what to do and when to do it, right? I am very excited to share some helpful information with you that you can use every day to make your days more productive. How does that sound? Doesn't everyone want to do more in a day? We all do. These tips can help you to eat your elephant one bite at a time by breaking down your goals and accomplishing more each and every day. We are all allowed the same amount of time in a day, wouldn't you agree? Why is it that some people get more done in one day than another person? We're going to go ahead and focus on that today. So let's get started. First of all, we need to know your goal. What is your goal? What gives you goosebumps? When you wake up in the morning, what do you dream of the first thing when you get out of bed? When you find yourself daydreaming at work, what is it? What do you think about when you're at work and you're supposed to be working? What is it? Is it a trip to Hawaii? Is it paying for your kids' college education? Is it fishing in Alaska for 2 weeks in this summer, taking your whole family on a dream vacation to Alaska? Whatever it is, write it down. Write it down right now. A goal is a dream unless written down. A goal is a dream unless written down. It is so important to get that in writing. No matter what your goal is, it's going to take a game plan to achieve it. Wouldn't you agree? Everyone has to have a game plan to achieve goals. Let's go ahead and break that down to a monetary goal. How much do you need to make in order to achieve this goal? Have you priced out your goal? Do you know how much it would cost to take your family for 2 weeks in the summer to go fishing in Alaska on a dream vacation? Okay? Well, let's go ahead and say that is $7,000. You're going to need $7,000 to take your family for 2 weeks to Alaska on a dream vacation. Most of us work 5 days a week, 50 weeks a year. That equals 250 working days. Okay, $7,000 divided by 250 working days equals $28 per day. Yikes! Isn't that exciting? I know as soon as I said that, you guys are like, shut up. Is she serious? This is so easy. $28 per day for 6 months is $3,500. That is enough to book your vacation to Alaska. Then saving an additional 3 months, so now you've saved for 9 months, just $28 per day for the next 3 months will cover your accommodations while you're in Alaska. Finally, the last 3 months of the year, saving $28 per day will cover all your food and all your spending money while you're on your vacation to Alaska. Doesn't that seem doable? Doesn't that make you feel that you could do it? Of course it does. Everybody can come up with $28 per day, right? Doesn't breaking down your goal all the way down to a daily activity make it more believable? It makes it more achievable? See, you too can eat your elephant one bite at a time. Now, what amount of activity will it take to create this? The one thing that you can control is your activity, not your results. The one thing that you can control is your activity, not your results. Will you need to sell 200? Will you need to sell 400? Will you need to sell 600 or maybe even 10,000 a day to make a profit of $28 on top of your current living expenses? Okay, whatever that is, how many calls would it take to make that happen? How many presentations would it take to make that happen? We've all been on a road trip, right? Who here loves road trips? Okay, when you go on your road trip, do you not have a map, or do you end up taking a map? Of course you do. We all have our navigations in our car. We all bring our MapQuest. We know exactly where we're going to go on that road trip, right? You would not get in your car to go on a road trip without a map. You just wouldn't. That would almost be silly. In fact, it would be ridiculous. We spend far more time planning our vacations than we do planning our lives. I'm sure you guys have heard that. We spend far more time planning our vacations than we spend planning our lives. It's crazy. We plan every detail of our vacation. We know where we're going to stay. We know what we're going to do. We know what we're going to eat. We know what we're going to wear. We have everything planned out. We need to know where we are going and how to get there on a daily basis. We need a map. We need to know what we're going to do. If you know you need to call 10 clients in order to make one sale, and your average sale is $2,500, then how many calls will you need to make for your sales goal of 10,000? 40 calls, right? 40 calls. So breaking that down,